Quickly now. Gather round the fire lest the shadows get you. As the group continues their journey, they discover a small grotto. They seek refuge inside and discover strange drawings, pictographs all over, one depicting an ancient ritual and the other of the goddess Aurora herself. With no more information to go on, the group chooses to rest before heading out the next morning. And that's when they find it. They arrive at an ancient astrolabe, the exact one Randall needed to find on his path to becoming an archdruid.
Randall, the massive astrolabe you see before you almost perfectly matches the one that you saw back at the hot spring. And you drew the symbols you saw, right?
Yes.
The symbols on this one are different than the ones you recorded.
So I know with the Star Grove, it's meant to kind of map the night sky as it was when they were using it. Would I be able, with the stone pillars and rocks and symbols, would I be able to kind of understand the layout of the star map this astrolabe has?
You can give me a nature or arcana check.
Can I cast guidance on him for this one?
You can.
Yeah, I'll just put my hand on your shoulder as you seek to understand what these words say, and sometimes it just takes less trying to figure it out and more of just listening, in my experience.
When Ulrich says that to Randall, he's kind of looking over the notes and the symbols she's drawn on his parchments. He looks at Ulrich in the eye, and I think there's a moment where he kind of understands what Ulrich says, and he will actually hand the parchment to Ulrich and kind of use his own druidic abilities without the aid of what he's drawn.
So a 14 plus 2 for a 16. And a 16, gives you some insight. So the symbols on the ground here are not the ones depicted in the rune you recorded from the grotto. But if you inspect the podium at the southern end of the astrolabe, you will see that there is, how to describe it, a series of concentric circles that move. Each circle filled with different druidic symbols. On this, you will see the symbols that were in the cave carving.
Do I see a way to manipulate these circles to move them around?
Yes, you can easily, by hand, just move them about.
Yeah, he'll start just slowly moving the symbols so they match what he saw in the cave.
You do that, and as you move the last ring into place with the symbols from your notebook, they will light up. And a section of the lower part of the podium will pop out. A secret compartment.
What is it, Randall? Reach in there.
Well, hold on, Torgog. Let's be deliberate.
You're honestly using far too much caution. This is clearly from your people.
Yes, I know, but I shouldn't be here. I'm not ready for whatever trials lay ahead for those that ascend to archdruids. I don't want to do anything wrong.
Would it be helpful then if I did it? And I begin gesturing towards the secret compartment.
No, Torgog. I'll do it. Just give me time. And he'll go over and slowly go ahead and reach into the compartment.
You reach into the ancient, musty, long-sealed stone compartment, and your hand finds purchase and grasps something. Metallic object, cylindrical.
I'll try to pull it out.
You are able to. And you see that in your hand, you hold a segmented telescoping spyglass made of gold and carved with what look like star maps. The lens on the front is a brilliant blue.
Ulrich, my star maps. Flip to the fourth parchment. Bring them to me, if you will.
I'll start flipping the pages as I make my way towards him, trying to keep them from getting drizzled on and pass them off.
And I'll start trying to compare the star maps that were drawn from my tribe now. Do they match any of the star maps drawn on the cylinder?
They do. Pretty much perfectly. But in greater detail.
Ulrich, look here. These are expanded on. I'm not sure how they did it, but they've carved much more intricate star maps. But do you see here? Do you see the similarities?
Yes, the symbols seem to match identically. It's quite exciting.
It is. You see, these maps that I've drawn, these are the maps that are studied by those on their way to their ascension. I'm wondering, well, obviously this has something to do with it. Should I look through it, Ulrich?
What do you think? And don't look at your parchments or your notes, but and I'll just like put my hand on your chest, like, what do you feel like you need to do right now?
Well, I feel like I need to look at the sky, Ulrich.
Let's look together. I'll turn my gaze to the sky.
As Ulrich gazes to the sky, I'll look as well and hold the cylinder up, like I'm looking through it like a telescope.
You extend the telescope and look up and look through it. And as you extend it, the carved engravings of the star maps in the cylinder light up with that same brilliant blue color. And when you look through it, up at the sky, you see the stars.
Am I seeing the actual night sky for the first time, or is it like an illusion of magic I'm seeing through it? Would I know the difference?
I don't know if you would know the difference. You've never seen the night sky before, only heard it described, but what you're seeing is breathtaking in a profound way. The stars, the dull glow of galaxy arms in the distance. Nebula even.
He'll gaze through it, and you'll hear like a gasp. And he'll take the telescope down and blink and then put it back up to see if he's not imagining this. Oh my God, Ulrich. I don't know how to describe this to you. And then he'll look to Ulrich and hand you the cylinder. Just look up. Look through this.
Yeah, and I'll point the telescope to the sky as well and look through it.
And you'll see the same thing. A star-filled, bejeweled night sky. Void of darkness.
Incredible. I don't have another word for it.
It is beyond words, my friend.
Honored to share this moment with you.
Yes. Come, friends. I need to show you something, and I'll wave the others over to me. Mr. Lucian, you're going to really want to see this.
Oh, all right. As long as you're, I don't want to intrude on what you're doing, Randall. I know this is important for you, but I would love to see. And he'll kind of look at you guys because I think Torgog and Bip and Lucian are watching you guys look up at the sky, and all we see is like pitch black. But yeah, he'll follow your lead. If you tell him to look, he'll look up.
And are you just passing around the telescope one by one, basically?
Yeah, just letting each one kind of look, and I'll probably point and say, look just there, and kind of give each of them kind of a direction where me and Ulrich are looking, so you can kind of see the same thing.
And yeah, one by one, you see the same thing, the same beautiful starlit night.
Torgog, when he has the telescope, for lack of a better word, in his hands, after looking at the sky, he wants to just look around as well, the terrain, the stuff that I would expect to be there. What I'm checking to see is A, does it magnify things, and B, can it see through the darkness down here as well, or only up at the sky?
Only up at the sky.
Okay. I'm gonna hand it back to Randall, being the last one to have it, and say it's a beautiful artifact, clearly magical. I think it was meant for you.
I think it's meant for the Noguisi. Remember, I told you before, this area is where the Archdruid candidates pilgrim to. It's their final test. I don't think I'm meant to keep this. It feels wrong.
Very well. If you're going to leave it here, I think, well, it's already implied you're going to put it back into the compartment and seal it for the next person. That seems to me to be the wise move. Is there anything else in there?
There was nothing else in there. At this point, though, that same blue energy light that coursed through the carvings and engravings on the spyglass start lighting up in the Astrolabe. And as it does so, let me get perception checks from everybody.
Torgog rolled an 8, and that appears to be the lowest roll. Randall rolled a 14, and that appears to be the highest.
Randall, you will hear from the shadows surrounding this place the shrieks of creatures coming from the darkness right as soon as it starts to light up.
My friends, something tells me we're about to have company of an unwanted variety.
I draw my sword the minute I hear him say that.
Yeah, Torgog's gonna look at Randall and say, you have to protect the scope. Decide now. Do you keep it on you, or do you put it back in the stone compartments?
It's not just that. There's more to learn here. You have to use this Astrolabe to figure some things out. And you're going to have to do this while under siege, basically.
Yeah, Torgog says if I'm going to keep the scope, and Rand just looks at him and says, Torgog, we have to protect this grove. It's sacred. There's something here we haven't learned yet.
We'll give you all the time you need.
Let me get another Arcana check from Randall.
Okay, well, you have guidance, though.
Okay, 13.
You'll recognize these 3 platforms set into the Astrolabe that bear symbols that relate to the ones on the pedestal, but you don't know what they mean.
While he's looking at that, and while everybody's kind of getting themselves ready, he'll just turn and say, if you give me as much time as you can, I need to figure this out. And he will activate his starry form with form of the dragon. So, and that one, when I make a wisdom or intelligence check or a constitution saving throw, I can treat a roll of 9 or lower on the d20 as a 10.
Nice.
All right.
I say, before we kind of kick this whole thing off, do I understand like the general way this astrolabe works? I'm just trying to figure out like what combination to work with it to make it function.
Pretty much, yes. And you definitely get the sense you're going to need that spyglass to do it. That said, as shadows start to appear on the outskirts of the astrolabe,
Here we go.
we roll initiative.
Haha. At least average with my -1 isn't too bad. That's a 10.
So we begin with Torgog. As, again, shadows start to appear on the outskirts of this place.
Yeah, and so on the map, I'm seeing them more or less like kind of just from every direction. Do they just appear to kind of be...
They're just manifesting from the darkness around.
And the place where Randall needs to be, is it closest to the center of this circle, or is it kind of like where our tokens currently are?
Randall is exactly where he needs to be on the map.
Okay. Then that makes my decision easy, because he's got a shadow really close to him. Torgog's going to leap towards it, and then as he approaches it, he's going to leap into the air with his opening attack and strike it for a 14 to hit.
A 14 will hit.
Excellent. 9 damage. And I would like to use the feature from, I think it's Tavern Brawler, to knock it backwards 5 feet away from Randall. And then I'm going to do a second attack. I'm going to miss with my bonus action attack. Yeah, I'm going to sit tight. I don't want to burn any focus points right now.
Then the shadow takes 4 damage of the 9. Ulrich.
Yeah, Ulrich will place a hand on Randall's shoulder. I'll protect you from these foul beasts. I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on Randall. And then for my movement, I'm just going to like interpose myself here at the bottom, like wherever these stairs are. And as I walk, I'm going to activate my Celestial Revelation as my bonus action. And yeah, you see the light just start radiating from Rick. Like his aura just starts to glow bright yellow light in a 10-foot radius around him. And dim light for an additional 10 feet. So any creature within 10 feet of you takes radiant damage equal to your proficiency bonus. Can I choose? No. That's just everybody takes that?
Yes.
Yeah, but maybe don't activate it until you've run up to it. I don't...
Okay, well, I'm gonna come to the right to body block this shadow that's on its way. So yeah, I think it's going to be my turn.
All right. Randall, you are still dealing with the lathe. And figuring it out. I need either an Arcana or Nature check.
Okay. Before he makes this check, you'll notice in his star form, typically it like highlights his joints as if he's like and when he does the archer thing, that's what shoots the mode of light out. In this one, you see like kind of like a a constellation of like a dragon that's draped over his shoulder. And the dragon leans in and whispers into his ear, and it casts guidance on him as he does this. You said Arcana or Nature?
Correct.
All right, so that gets treated as a 10 plus 7
So that's plus 7, so 17.
plus 1d4 for guidance, so 19.
Okay, you look at it and you understand. You have to look towards the night sky with the spyglass. And these runes in the Astrolabe have to be activated in order based on how close the constellations they depict are to this specific place.
All right.
Easy.
So I'll say that check was your bonus action. You can use your action to look toward the sky and try to determine the first one.
Yeah, definitely. He'll once it finally makes sense to him, the first thing he'll do is extend the telescope out and look up again.
Once more, Arcana or Nature. Ooh. Oh, much better.
25.
25 total. Yeah, you take a quick look and just start darting around the immediate area directly up above, and you will spot one of the constellations denoted by these platforms. One that looks draconic in nature, and it's the biggest one up here on the north side of the Astrolabe. Somebody needs to activate it. You may use a free action to communicate this.
Okay. He'll see Lucian's kind of saying next to him, and he'll look at Lucian and just kind of yell, "I need you to activate that big symbol on the back end over there."
All right. Okay.
All right.
He's out of his element, but he's gonna do it.
Is that Randall's turn?
That'll be his turn.
Okay. This shadow right here obviously is going to attack Torgog, since Torgog just attacked it.
Oof. 22 is definitely going to hit.
I'm gonna warding flare that one. Quickly reach into my pouch, pull out a firefly, and toss it in front of the shadow, and it pops.
Nice.
Still gonna hit.
Oof.
With a 21. So that's gonna be 10 necrotic damage to Torgog.
Oh, well, I deflect it. All of it. And I think I still have to take the riders, but at least I can avoid 10 points of damage.
Yep. And your strength score is reduced by 4.
Ugh.
That's a lot.
Not great. Not great.
I tried so hard.
Biprot, that brings us to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to shove this one in the bottom right. Yeah, I'm gonna try and telekinetic shove with my bonus action. So he has to make a DC 14 strength save. And just get him a little bit further away from Randall to start.
7 is a fail, so it gets shoved, 5 feet?
Yeah, just 5 feet. And I think he's not super obvious about this, but this is like the one thing where he's not goofy with a bunch of things. Bib just like flicks his finger and the thing shoves back like 5 feet. And he tries to be more subtle about that. And then I'll have Bib move up here, and I'll cast Chromatic Orb on one of those guys in the top left. And I'll do fire damage.
Nat 20
Wow.
will hit.
Oh,
Wow.
Shockingly.
Nice.
There we go. There we go.
You rolled 9 damage. It will take 4 damage.
Good to know. And that's my turn.
All right. More shadows then. This one, it's doesn't seem occupied with you guys. It is going straight for the platform and seems to start absorbing the light coming out of it hungrily. This one down here is going to run up to Brother Ulrich and give him the strength drain. A 15 misses. Good for you.
He also takes 2 radiant damage from being in my aura.
Oh, does he?
Excellent. Yeah.
Because I have my celestial revelation.
He actually takes 4 radiant damage. This one... all he does is move. Lucian, that brings us to you.
Oh man. So this one that was absorbing the light, that was the symbol that Randall pointed out, correct?
Correct.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I will move 30 feet that way. Oh man, I am far away. Do I want to dash? I do have some magic, but I want to get closer. I'm afraid he's just going to come back next turn. I don't know. Torgog's much faster than Lucian. He's like lumbering up, slow as can be. I'm going to point at this thing, and his eyes will glow red, and he'll draw his sword, or he's already got it drawn. He'll level his sword at this thing. And Lucian will, for the first time, cast command. And his voice will rumble, and it'll deepen, and he'll tell it to flee. And that will be my action. I'll try to tell this guy to run away.
All right. So that's a whiz save.
Wisdom DC 13.
Ho-ho!
Let's go. It's a 3.
Okay. So it's got to use its reaction, or...
It spends its turn moving away from me. So when it gets back around, it'll have to run. But that's it. That's it for Lucian.
This one moves up. Oh, wait, no. This one can actually move right here. And will also start draining the light.
One at a time.
Torgog, your turn.
All right. Torgog is going to burn a focus point for Step of the Wind. Take the dash and disengage option. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to run 45 feet. And then I'm going to take my move.
Monks are crazy.
That gets me to there. And I can see the magic affecting the one to my right as Lucian's hold on it. So I'm going to focus on this one to the left. Target it and hope I get lucky with this attack. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And damage to that is 5, I guess, halved. But importantly, grappler feat, I'm going to try and grapple this one. He needs to make a dex or strength DC 14.
It is intangible and cannot be grappled.
Ah, darn it. Well, at least I'm standing here.
These are not hollows or empties. These are straight up shadows.
Yeah, well, this could be bad as I stand in front of 2 of them by myself. But one's going to run. That's my turn.
All right, Ulrich.
Ulrich will, again, stand between these 2 shadows. Take a small step to the left. He presents the lantern in front of him. If it's the light you wish to have, then you shall have it. And he'll hold up his lantern, and I'm going to cast with my channel divinity. I'm going to use Radiance of the Dawn. And Every creature that I choose within 30 feet, let's see, has to make a Constitution saving throw. Just going to select the 2 shadows.
Con saves. Fail. And fail. 2 nat 1s in a row.
They're going to take 2d10 radiant damage plus my cleric level.
Hell yeah.
They literally cannot survive that.
Let's go, dude. Come on.
Both of them are burned away by the light and their vulnerability to it.
Then I'm going to start rushing towards the other shadows, taking a stance in front of Randall.
And the Radiance of the Dawn, is that an instant or persistent?
Let me see. I think it's just instantaneous. Yeah. So that's just the one, and that's one of my uses of Channel Divinity.
All right, is that your turn?
Yep. I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action right now.
All right, Randall. At this point, you've identified sort of the purpose of the lathe. Last time you spent an action to check the sky for what you're looking for. This time you can use a bonus action and still get your action.
All right, sweet. So kind of relayed what I need them to do for me. So with that, he'll glance back up, looking through the telescope.
All right, once again, Arcana or Nature, please. Oh no.
Oh no, we're gonna throw a luck point on that one.
Let's go.
Hey, we're not doing that. We don't have time for that today. No.
There we go.
Much better. 23. Yes, you identify the next closest constellation denoted by the platforms. And it's this southernmost one here. It needs to be activated after the first one is. The sequence is important.
Okay. Before I do a main action, when it comes to activating these, is it something that a familiar could do, or does it require the dexterity of like a humanoid hand?
It requires the will of a humanoid and takes an action to do.
Okay. In that case, knowing that he needs to wait for the other one to be activated, he will take this action to kind of get into the fight here to kind of help his teammates out, and he will launch a second level guiding bolt at this dude up here.
Oof. 11 unfortunately misses.
Alright. Yeah, that'll be his turn.
Alright, Bip. It's your turn. And I do imagine Randall called out the next platform that needed to be activated in sequence.
Yeah, he'll use a free action to tell Ulrich what the plan is.
So, Bip.
I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the one hitting my boy, Torgog. So I'm just gonna, again, grab some matches. Ooh, 13 hit.
That will hit.
Oh, great. Grab a few matches, strike them on the ground, and kind of throw them at this guy. 7 for the first one, 7 damage.
So 3 damage.
Ooh, 10 to hit.
And that one's gonna miss.
Oh, goodness. 14 hit.
14 will hit.
10 fire damage, so that's probably half.
So 5 fire damage.
And then I will kind of run forward a little bit. I feel like I'm playing a wizard, so dumb, but it makes sense in my head. And I'll use a bonus action, telekinetic. I'm gonna try and shove him off of Torgog.
No, Matthew, you aren't playing a wizard. You're playing Bip.
I'm playing Bip.
It rolls a 17 save, so succeeds.
So he saves. So Bip, Bip does nothing at all. He runs up and is, well, okay. And he screams at the top of his lungs to pull attention without using anything, actually. That's the end of my turn.
All right. This one, just to the north of Torgog, continues using its action to eat the light being emitted from...
That's the one that needs to run. That's the one I cast command at.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I don't want it to do that.
Then, yeah, it has to move its full movement.
Yeah, full movement to get away from me, yeah.
Wow. All right. It runs away almost to the edge of the map, and that's its turn. This one's going to get up all up on Biprot,
Oh, hello.
and he's going to give you the hands.
I'm very lucky.
Oh, good for you. Your strength isn't high enough to survive that.
It is not.
All right, it tries, it fails, that's its turn. Lucian, we're back to you.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely tear into this one, trying to hit my little buddy. And seeing how effective Ulrich was with the light, and seeing how fast Torgog is, he feels like he's not gonna be able to get to him in time. This feels like the best play for him. So he runs up on this guy, and he's gonna try to cleave into it with his longsword. That's a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. As Lucian sees it try to get up on Bip, as he's running, his sword is already glowing with that red hot, angry divine smite. I'm gonna burn my once a day free divine smite and light this fucking thing up. So first things first, the damage from the longsword is 8 damage, and these are shadows. Do they count as undead, Mike, technically, or fiends, or what are they?
Undead. Yes.
Oh, let's drop 3d8 on these fucking guys.
Jeez, brother.
Let's go.
13 radiant damage.
So 26.
Oh yeah.
That shadow turns into mist and dissipates.
That feels good. Lucian cleaves through it, and he turns to Bip and he says, "Quick, Bip, use some of your garbage for your spells." And then he ends his turn.
Bip pulls out his pockets. He's got way too much in him.
I think I saw a bubblegum wrapper down there somewhere.
Yeah, I saw an old hamburger wrapper. Use it, Bip.
Was this a bottle of gasoline?
This one's turn next to Torgog.
Thank God. I am one hit. These things can one hit me right now.
Golly, dude.
I know. That's why I, as a wizard, ran towards you.
Yeah. The first hit guy took 4 out of my 8.
Wow, the 4s tonight. All right, that is its turn. Torgog.
Okay, we're going to take our action to activate and the will. The will of a humanoid. And my action to activate this thing. I'm then going to get the hell out of there. Use another focus point to do Step of the Wind for dash and disengage. And run to...
Did you activate it and then leave the platform?
Yes.
You activate it, the rune lights up brighter than before. The second you step off, it goes dark again.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Well, then I will use my 45 feet of movement to run back onto the platform.
And it will now require another action to activate.
No.
Okie dokie. That is my turn. And we have learned something.
Yeah.
It's helpful. It really is.
Raid mechanics, baby. Randall, your turn.
Oh, I think it's me.
Oh, yes, okay.
Ulrich will run up to the second platform, getting ready to activate it, and then he sees that Torgog's circle turned off, so he's like, I guess I have to wait. He's going to look at the shadow that was near Torgog, and he's going to also try to target it with a guiding bolt. So he's going to hold out his lantern, and just a bolt of energy comes out of it and tries to hit the shadow.
Nice.
All right.
18.
18 hits.
So 13 radiant damage.
Come on.
Let's go, dude.
For 26. Obliterates it.
And then, yeah, I just stand here and wait, right?
Don't move.
I'll be right with you.
No, you stay there. That's my turn.
All right, Randall.
All right. Yeah, he relayed the second commands to Ulrich, watched Ulrich move. So he'll do bonus action. He'll look back up at the sky and try to decipher another constellation. All right, so that is a automatic 10 plus 7, 17, and then he does have guidance for additional 4. 21.
Let's go.
Yeah, the last option is also the last step. This rune up in the northwestern corner, below the big one, is the third constellation that needs to be activated. After that, the Astrolabe will function.
He'll take his main action to cast a guiding bolt at this creature that's running off to try and finish it.
Let's go.
There we go.
Ooh! Ooh, 24 will hit.
How is this even possible?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
What are the odds?
I don't even know.
4 damage.
What?
Brother.
4-1.
Wow.
Yeah, with that, he'll yell over to Lucian and Bip and just tell one of them to wait to activate that rune last.
Okay.
If this thing runs over here and kills me, I'm never playing with Todd.
Bip.
Okay, yeah, I'll move a little bit, and I'm going to cast Mind Spike on him. I'm also going to go and portent his save. I guess I can... Am I allowed to wait until he makes the save, and then I can portent? Or do I have to call it ahead of time if it's like a saving throw?
You have to wait, I believe.
Wait, okay, great. Then yeah, I'll just cast Mind Spike. So it's a Wisdom saving throw for...
That's a fail. With a 3.
Sweet. 14 psychic damage.
It takes full damage and dies.
I think Bip, like... this one's not a... this is just like an actual little spike that he just throws, and it just goes straight through the head. Physically, it looks like he just threw a dart at the guy, but it's really Mind Spike.
Did you say railroad spike?
That was a spell, I swear. He threw a full railroad spike, just hucked it.
Is that Bip's turn?
I moved 20, so I won't be able to get back over. I'll move back a little bit, but yeah, I can't get to the next pedestal. So that is my turn. Yeah.
All right, Lucian.
Yeah, it was. We have to wait for Torgog to do an action, correct? So sorry, let me clarify. Stepping onto the platform is not the action, right? I can hold my action for him to activate his platform. Is that something I can do? Can I hold my action to start it?
You could. Keep in mind, you're the third. So it would have to be...
That's what I just want to make sure I can hold it and be like, as soon as I see Torgog, who's 2.
As soon as you see... Not Torgog. Torgog is number 1.
Ulrich. That's right, Ulrich. So as soon as I see Ulrich trigger it, I would know I'm going to hold my action for that, and then I'll trigger it. That's what I was... Thank you for clarifying.
Okay. Cool. So that's going to be your action to hold and your reaction if it's triggered. Torgog,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Okay. Torgog, out of spite, is going to run on and off this platform 9 times. And then when he... No, I'm just joking. Yeah, let's activate the platform. And then I shout over to Ulrich as soon as I do, hit the power!
You pour your will into the platform, and it lights up brighter than before.
That's all I'm going to do with my turn.
Okay. Ulrich, your turn. Standing on the second platform.
Ulrich will take a knee and hold his hands and silently whisper a prayer, or he'll whisper a prayer to himself. May the gods of light bless this, and use his action to willingly activate the platform.
Okay. Yours lights up as well. That triggers Lucian's held action. You funnel will into yours as soon as you see Ulrich do it. And it lights up similarly. As it does, the light flows between the furrows in the lathe carved in the ground, and there is a burst of astral light. You hear the screeches of the shadows around you as they recede and flee in fear as they're burned away.
Hell yeah.
Once the shadows are dispelled, the lathe begins to move, concentric rings spinning the way that the pedestal did. The concentric circles of stone it's made up of start moving. Those of you on your platforms moving with it. The movement is sudden, but slow. It sort of locks itself into a position. And then, once all the circles are in their right place, the entire thing starts rotating. As it does, the light coming up from it projects into the air around you, into an orrery made of illusory light. One projecting planet, the sun, the moon, and the rest of the system around you.
I think in this moment, Lucian would turn to Randall. I don't think he would fully comprehend. I think he would understand the scope, but I think this would be beyond him, and he would look to him and say, Randall, what is all of this? These are tools of your people. How do we use this? What is this?
Randall's standing there, kind of mouth agape, just kind of taking it all in. And he just looks. And he's like, I'm not ready. I don't know what to do from this point. He'll look for his parchments and realize that he never got them back once Ulrich took them the last time, and then he looks at the cylinder and kind of back up at the orrery that's going on, just trying to see if anything matches or makes any sort of sense with what he knows.
Well, it seems to me it's showing a part of the sky, right? Randall?
Yes. Yes, clearly these are astrological things. I don't...
Well, let's just take it one step at a time. The next step would be to figure out where in the sky this is. Perhaps it's a constellation that will give us a clue. Perhaps it's a part of the sky we didn't know existed. All things will give us information. Do you have a way of determining where in the sky this is?
Randall, you can make an Arcana or Nature check once more.
Here we go again. Yeah, finally.
There we go. 23. You watch as the illusory orrery moves. It's clearly moving much faster than actual time. This is a predictive model, it appears. You'll also find that using the pedestal in front of you, the spinning wheel, which locked into place at the same time as the lathe itself, you can move it backwards and forwards. You can zoom out and see the entire solar system and their orbits, slow or fast as they are as they move. As you do so, something catches your eye. There's a point in time, based on your calculations on the speed of movements, roughly 2 months from now, where this planet, the one that you're on, is at its farthest point from the dimming sun. And during that time, the moon will intercept the sun's light, creating not only an eclipse, but a syzygy with the rest of the planets in the system. This, you recognize, will cast your planet in complete darkness. And you see little druidic symbols appear on the furthest side of the planet from the sun. Old symbols. Takes you a minute to recognize them. But they spell, well, you're not sure if it's a word or a name. Aphelion.
And I'm assuming I have no idea. I don't know if this word or name, so I probably have no idea what that would even begin to reference.
Correct. I will say real quick, everyone else can give perception checks on this model as he freezes it there.
9 for Bip, 20 for Ulrich, 17 for Lucian, and 16 for Torgog.
I'll turn Ulrich into a 1.
I'll give this to Ulrich and Lucian. Ulrich and Lucian, you look at the model and realize that, you know, the planet, the one that you're on, you recognize the continent that you're on from the old maps. That continent is facing away from the sun when it's in this position.
That's bad news.
Furthermore, a specific piece of the land is directly opposite it. Lucian, a plateau.
Lucian starts pulling out his little notes he's made and looks at it from just the general directions, and he immediately points that out to everybody. That point right there, directly opposite, completely in darkness. That's where I believe the Ash Plateau Chapel is.
Well, then should that be our next destination?
Above table, have you mentioned the ash?
He did say early on, like, he doesn't know exactly what's there, but he knows he needs to go there. And he understood there was a timeline to it, but this is the first he knows, like, oh, it's in 2 months because the eclipse. We also above table have heard talk of the eclipse briefly early on when we first left Flamespire. And we promptly made fun of it because we were like, what is that? But we now know, because we did talk about above table, like we don't know when that is, so we need to figure it out. It's 2 months. The Plateau Chapel is where Lucian's been trying to get, but now we kind of have an idea of our timeline.
I'll just say, well, Mr. Lucian, I believe we have learned quite enough here for now. It seems we're on a time crunch to get to this plateau of yours. Wouldn't you say?
I would say so.
Ulrich, if you could give me my parchments, I'd like to take some notes before we leave here.
And he'll walk over and hand you your parchments and just whispers, "Well done."
Thank you. Thank you. Ulrich, before you leave, this astrolabe seems to show us the solar system not only as it is, but as it could be and as it once was. I believe your order records significant events. Would you know the date the last time the sky was visible?
Mike,
It's been 107 years.
I mean, it's been over a century. It can't be a coincidence that the next one's in 2 months.
No, that's why I ask, is it to the day? Do you know, or are we several days off?
This tool is quite precise. I think we have exactly 2 months from today.
So it would be safe to say that 2 months prior, that's 107. And Randall seems like he's doing some quick math in his head. And then he begins moving the astrolabe backwards in time to the last time the sky would have been visible. To the precise day.
You'll do so and see something else interesting. The planet was in the exact same position, farthest from the sun, with the same plateau on the opposite side of the sun, as it will be in 2 months, with the exception that the moon was on the other side, a lunar eclipse rather than solar.
What do you make of this, Brother Ulrich?
I don't remember a time recorded where the sun had been completely obscured. That could change everything. The Order has to know about this. If there's anything that we can do to stop this or delay it, they have to know.
Ulrich, we've been friends a while, and you know me, you know my people, at least as much as I've told you. Do you not see something curious about this situation that we find ourselves in now?
What do you mean?
The Archdruids pilgrim here for their final test. Now, based on what we dealt with, I don't know how they've done it. That's a question I need to ask my father, but the Noguisi built this. They created this astrolabe, and they've used it even in the darkness. Ulrich, there's no way I'm the first one to see this, to know what's to come. Why has no one in my tribe talked about this before now?
I think that's a question we would both very much like an answer to. We don't have long to get it.
Randall, do they normally travel alone for this pilgrimage?
To be honest, I don't know much of the ritual itself. I know that conducting it is the individual going through the ascension is the one that must conduct it, but how they conduct it, there's no set rules. They just must return. There are things discussed in the tribe at a higher level that I am not privy to. Like I said, many of these answers would lie with my father. But I haven't spoken to him about this in some time.
Because with this, you needed at least 2 other people besides you to even activate it. I mean, maybe people had only gotten the telescope and they thought that was the end.
We can only hope that is the answer, but I don't know, it feels wrong.
To be fair, the telescope didn't look like it had been disturbed in a very, very long time.
I don't know what to make of it, honestly. There are more questions than answers now. As I said, the ritual itself that's conducted is not something I've been allowed to know. But if anyone's done this before me, then someone has to know the truth. Torgog, I think you're right. I think I might hold on to this. It seems that, despite the many rituals that my tribe's undergone, nobody seems to have really dealt with this telescope at all.
I think that's smart.
And Randall he'll give a look to Ulrich that will tell him, kind of without saying anything, that Randall's suspicious about why nobody in the tribe knows about this.
He'll clock it.
Did Randall mention the Aphelion out loud?
No.
After reading it? No? Okay. Noted. Then yeah, you guys have a location and a timeline. Plus, an artifact. I think as you look to the skies for answers that won't be forthcoming, that's a good place to roll the credits.
This was Dumpstat, a D&D podcast hosted by our DM, Mike, with players Derek, Jordan, Matt, Todd, and me, Jeff. Be sure to follow us on social media, and if you like the music and sound effects used, check out the episode description for all the info you need.